No, 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 no. Stop it, stop it, stop it. You need to be inspired by the fear of being average, because that is what this video is all about. High value women, low value women. It's a whole trend on social media. Some people hate it, some people love it, and a lot of people don't know what the hell it means to be a high value woman. So of course, I'm gonna break it down for you. First and foremost, society has conditioned us into constantly living in a low vibrational state. They have normalized behaviors that are so bad for us and literally stunts our self-development. Learning how to control your thoughts and emotions so that you can maximize your productivity and energy, that's too much hard work. Selena and Haley are having a huge fight. Let's hop on that bandwagon, read up on everything everyone's saying on social media, comment negativity on all of the videos, and spread this to all of our friends so that we have something to gossip about. That's a great way to live. And that's the thing, the media pushes out this content and normalizes low vibrational behaviors so that you feel comfortable fitting in with the majority. Being a high value woman is about separating yourself from the majority and adopting new ways of thinking and new habits to separate yourself from the rest. Consider this video your ultimate guide on what being a high value woman means, how to become one, and how to live that lifestyle. Here is the video chapter breakdown. But before we start this video, I wanted to talk about jewelry because you guys always ask me where I get my rings from, and these two are from a very special brand called Italo Jewelry. It came in this absolutely gorgeous box with the ring boxes inside. I'm obsessed with the packaging, and in all of the videos I've been posting for the last month, these two rings have been on my fingers all the time. I've never really been a silver ring kind of girl unless it's super sparkly and full of diamonds, which these are. They are so affordable, I kid you not, but look at how luxurious they look. They literally give you like that rich chick vibe at a fraction of the cost. They also offer free worldwide shipping, so make sure you check it out. Honestly though, I'm just super grateful to have these rings in my jewelry collection because I honestly feel like it elevates my outfits on a daily. They are such high quality and I feel super bougie with that. So check out their website down below to check out their entire range of rings so that we can be twinning with our hand candy. Chapter 1, explaining what being a high value woman means and tackling all of the misconceptions around it. First and foremost, the entire concept of being a high value person, woman, whatever, is not made to put people down. I am not saying that you are low value or that you are not good enough. I am saying that you are doing a disservice to yourself. I'm here to help you flourish and become the best version of yourself so that you can bring more value into your own life, and that's what this concept is all about. This is not about how other people perceive you. This is not about becoming more desirable to men. This is about leveling up in all areas of your life. Your work, your self-concept, your friendships, your relationships, your mind, your goals, and having balance in all of these so that you can be abundant physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And you know what? Let's just scrap the whole high value woman thing for a second. Let's just talk about what a high value person in general looks like, because the overarching meaning of all of this is a person who is self-sufficient, a person who commits to the act of constantly improving themselves and their life. These people have no desire to fit in with the majority, sit comfortably and float through life with low vibrational behaviors, because that means they also can't now step up and provide more value to other people because they haven't become their best versions yet. It's truly also about making sure that your cup is full so that you can also provide to others, okay? Being a high value person isn't about being super selfish and only caring about yourself and becoming better than others. No, because it also takes into consideration up-leveling the quality of your relationships with other people, how you show up for your loved ones. Even a high-value man, let's talk about those traits for a second, okay? He is emotionally intelligent and emotionally available. Think about that. How rare is that? Extremely. Not a lot of men have that quality. So if a man has put in the time and the work to be able to obtain that skill set of being able to offer that to the loved ones in his life, does that not automatically now make him more desirable and make him stand out from the rest? Sure, and as a result, it transforms the quality of his life, because once you start obtaining these skill sets, then you can associate yourself with other high value people. But before I list all of the traits of a high value woman, let's debunk some misconceptions real quick, because everybody loves to be a hater on the internet and I am not here for it. Myth number 1. So-called high-value women are actually codependent and are only doing this to become more desirable to men. Absolutely not. That is never our goal in becoming a high-value woman. It's only about investing in ourselves and evolving. Better dating experiences just happen as a result. And myth number 2, I haven't been on my self-development journey and I don't have all of these things figured out. Does that mean that I'm a low-value person? Does that mean you're saying I'm not good enough? No, because just you watching this video, just you searching up advice on the internet or seeing self-development videos online and clicking them because it piqued your interest, and you entertaining the thought of starting a self-growth journey shows your high value potential. It's okay if you don't have everything figured out. Everybody has a starting point, but just the fact that you are interested in this and you hope to evolve and become a better person is already separating you from 99% of people. And then in terms of being classed a low value person, man, woman, in my opinion, there are only toxic people, the majority, and then high value people. These high value women just focus on incorporating new habits that set them arrest from the majority, and they also focus on healing their traumas so they do not display any more toxic behaviors that hurt other people or even themselves. Chapter 2, traits of a high value woman with examples. When you think about being a high value woman, I want you to compare it to a luxury handbag. Why does a Chanel classic handbag differ from a very similar handbag that you could pick up at your local shopping center? This bag is harder to obtain and not everybody has it. It's exclusive. You have to earn it. You have to save up money to be able to purchase this handbag and hold it. When you're walking in the street and you can see a woman carrying a Chanel handbag, what do you think? She's desirable. She's attractive. You're like, wow. Like, I want to be her. I want to have that bag. Then you see the 99% of other women carrying a very basic, similar looking black bag that they probably got from a store 5 minutes away, and you wouldn't take a second look, right? That's because exclusivity is desirable, and that's what it means to be a high value person. Not everybody gets you. Therefore, in order to act like a high value person, you have to treat your time, space, and energy in the same way. People don't get you, they earn you. Being in your space is a privilege, because when you're just giving things out for free, and when your self-worth is set lower, and you're more affordable for people to walk all over and get what they need from you, your value goes down. And this is all about the practice of being picky with who you associate yourself with, so people know that they can't cross your boundaries and they can't walk all over you, and most importantly, they do not automatically get access to you. Trait number 2 of a high value woman is that she is kind and compassionate, and I feel like this is very overlooked. And this also links into maturity, because you will never catch a high value woman screaming at somebody in the street, acting like a Karen, cursing at people, commenting negative things online, shading people online, causing drama, gossiping, talking behind people's backs. Why? Because that instantly makes you seem unattractive. The only people who like you for doing those things are the majority. And if you want to be high value, then your priority should never be to be valued by them and to be liked by them, because they are in this state of consciousness where they want to be accepted by everybody, so they have grown accustomed to living life in low vibrational behaviors. And before I go any further with the traits, let me explain to you what these low vibrational behaviors actually mean. Now, with emotions and with energy that we give off, there is a vibrational frequency chart. You have numbers from 20 to 700. 700 being the highest vibrational frequency that you can operate at, 20 being the lowest, okay? 20 is the emotion of shame. That is the lowest energy that you can be radiating. Underneath 20 is 0, and that's death. In the middle, at 250, we have neutrality. Everything down here is a suffering state of consciousness. Everything above this, in the top half, is an enlightenment state of consciousness. The higher that you move up this scale of emotion, so when we're reaching the top, like joy, peace, love, reason, acceptance, willingness, that's when you start reaching ultimate consciousness. That's when you start getting closer to becoming an enlightened individual. So let's explain this in simple terms. If you are a high value woman and you are kind and compassionate and mature, you go about things with reason. You radiate love. You are always at peace with everything and every situation, because no matter what bad thing happens, you are not going to stoop down to that level to argue with a person that's not going to listen to reason, to argue with people online in comment sections, because at the end of the day, what is that getting for you? What value is that bringing into your life other than it wasting your time, your energy, and then bringing your vibrational frequency from, let's say you were already at peace and now you've started to engage in negative debates online, and now you are down to anger, to pride, trying to prove your point. High value woman trait number 3 is that she is addicted to her self-development in the best way possible. This is because she knows the secret formula to life, which I love, which is you must stay detached from everything, and the only true thing that you can attach to is yourself. You will only ever have yourself from birth to death. So if you can only be attached to yourself, then of course you're going to obsess with becoming the best version of yourself. And that's exactly how she lives her life every single day. Where am I lacking? What are my weaknesses? How am I now going to build a strategy to fix these so then I can move into the next phase of my life and make bigger moves? Where do I feel uncomfortable? Why am I procrastinating? Let me work on these things so that I can move up the ladder in life, because those things are keeping me stagnant. What people or resources can I listen to elevate the circle that I surround myself with so that I can elevate my mind at the same time? That is her priority every single day. And you know, when you have a mission in mind like that, every single day you wake up with the purpose that today I am gonna be even 1% better than I was yesterday. That's all I have to do today. All of the outside noise of the world, all of the drama, the heartbreak, the arguments, the anger, the jealousy, all of that, it fades away. It's background noise, because now you are tunnel vision on your mission for the day, your purpose. You know where you're going. You have envisioned your dream ideal self and you're working towards that every single day. And when you are that driven towards that goal, you start naturally fading away from those low vibrational frequency, like guilt and shame and feeling bad about yourself and engaging in toxic conversations with others. High value woman habit number 4 is femininity, and I wanted to put this next because a lot of people get confused about this, you know. I preach a lot about self-love and being an independent woman, prioritizing yourself, looking after yourself, staying detached from everybody else, but I also say in dating, allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to be taken care of by the man, because that is their job. You can be in your feminine energy and allow yourself to receive affection, care, and love from others without being dependent. It's not that hard. And I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? I went on my self-love journey, I quit dating, I focused on myself, my career, prioritizing myself, giving everything I needed back to myself. I was the sole person in charge of my life. I wasn't dependent on anybody. Then I started dating, and now I'm in a relationship. My boyfriend fully takes care of me. My boyfriend regularly provides for me. He knows, and I know, that I can do it all myself. He knows that I can afford to get whatever I want myself. He knows that I'm capable of planning all of the dates, but he does it anyway. Not because I'm leaning on him. Not because I'm like, please protect me, take care of me, I'm so vulnerable, I need it. No. Just because he's in his masculine energy, and so that he can nurture me in my feminine energy. In the process of being treated like that and being in this relationship, I haven't stopped solo dating. I still take myself out. I'm still on my self-love journey that's never gonna end. I still read self-help books. I'm still trying to level up as an individual. I still take time away from spending time with my boyfriend because I am my own person and I'm never gonna be dependent on anybody. But just because I know how to be independent doesn't mean I have to take control of every single situation and I can't allow anyone to do anything for me. Who is that helping? Like, sometimes handing over the reins to somebody else so that you can be cared for is the most loving thing you can do for yourself. It does not make you weak or codependent, so let's just get rid of that narrative. And finally, high value woman trait number 5 is self-worth, care, and love. A high value woman knows how to be independent. She chases her dreams, she chases her goals, she works hard, but she's also a very well-rounded, balanced individual. And this goes back to what I said at the beginning of the video. You are balancing the growth of your physical, spiritual, and emotional self. You have to balance all of it. So you can't associate the idea of being a high value woman with, I have to make a lot of money and become rich and buy the Chanel handbag. Yeah, that's great, but are you taking care of yourself? Are you journaling out your emotions so that you can process them and heal? Or instead, are you trying to act stronger than you are and suppress your emotions and act like things don't hurt you? Because it's okay to cry and it's okay to be heartbroken by a boy, but it's not okay to let it control your life. And it's not okay to push those emotions down and prioritize superficial things like belongings and money and status and wealth, because all of those emotional problems that you've pushed far, far away will come back and bite you in the ass down the line. A high value woman doesn't attach her worth to her success and her wealth. It's important to her, but it doesn't define her. And that's why she prioritizes and makes time for self-love and self-care, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is your self-perception. Once you have mastered that and you have built such a strong foundation of self, nothing can get to you. No one can walk all over you. No one can manipulate you, take advantage of you, or play you ever again. You become unplayable. Once you level up your confidence, you approach situations differently. More opportunities come to you because of the energy that you're radiating and the high vibrational frequency that you are operating at. Think of her lifestyle as hustle culture mixed in with soft girl life. Chapter 3, low value woman traits, examples, and how to heal this. This is all about if you are embodying low value woman energy. Notice I said embodying. I'm not saying you are a low value woman, but I am saying you can do better for yourself and your life. Trait number 1 is spending too much emotional and mental energy on another person. He didn't text me back. This person said that to me. I can't believe that person didn't show up for this. Because you cannot control other people. You can only ever control your response to other people. And when you don't have that control over your thoughts and emotions, you are going to drive yourself insane. And you're also never going to master detachment, which we know is the key to peace. And peace is all the way up here on the high vibrational emotional frequency. When you engage in thoughts like those, you are literally obsessing over another person instead of yourself. Like, let that sink in. Let that sink in. You are spending the limited time you have on this planet worrying about a person who at the end of the day is never going to fully understand you, because they don't know you fully. They don't know your journey, your traumas, your secrets. The only person that fully knows you on this planet is you, right? So you're the only person that fully knows you. So not only are you committing time to a person that doesn't even understand you, so why are they that important? And 2, you are also obsessing over a person who's already done you dirty. And this is such a low value habit because people are so obsessed with shifting blame onto other people, fetishizing their own sadness, or feeling more comfortable being angry and shouting and arguing and gossiping and calling up their friends and saying, oh my god, you'll never guess what they did to me. Hang up the phone, pick up a journal, write everything. Write all of the mean things you want to write, get it all off your chest. I promise you, you are going to feel 10 times lighter afterwards. And I say that from experience because that's what I do every single time somebody gets on my last nerve. People hurt us, they let us down, they disappoint us, they break our hearts. That is inevitable. But you now have to control how you are going to deal with that, because you can either choose to let that adversity take you higher in life or keep you stagnant. Process the emotions, take the lesson away from it, and then move on with your life. Pick up a new hobby, get a new job, go hug your family members, do something productive with your time, which is not obsessing and thinking about a person who clearly doesn't even care about you that much. Do you think they're obsessing over you? If the answer to that is no, low value trait number 2 is you seek external validation. I have an entire video on my YouTube channel committed to this subject for a reason, because this will destroy you, because you are constantly putting your self-worth into the hands of others, into something that's outside of yourself. You are literally giving other people control over your life and your self-perception, and then therefore your happiness. Meaning you're never going to trust yourself, and if you can't trust yourself, how is your relationship with yourself going to go? How are you going to up level and flourish in life? You're not going to be able to, because you don't even like yourself without having reassurance from someone else that it's okay to like yourself. Low value trait number 3, you engage in drama and gossip. I am sick of this. This is my biggest pet peeve. I see it on the internet on a daily basis. A prime example is what just happened on the internet, which is the Hailey Bieber and Selena drama. I'm sorry, but what the hell was that even about? Eyebrows? Really? At the end of the day, even if Hailey Bieber is a mean girl, she had all of the malicious intent in the world and she's downright out to get Selena Gomez, I do not care. You know why? Because it does not affect me, and I do not know these people in real life, and it's got nothing to do with me. So I'm going to be all the way over here in the UK minding my own business and focusing on my own life and things that I can actually control. The next low value trait is being jealous. Jealous that my boyfriend has female friends, jealous of that other girl, jealous that that person is succeeding more than me and that should be me. Everyone has their own timeline, everyone has their own journey, and most importantly, everyone has their own unique strengths and skill set. And guess what? That person might have something you don't have, but you have a whole bunch of stuff that they don't have. But do you see them stopping in the street and comparing themselves to you? No. They are focusing on what they have and what they can control, and then going as far in life as they can. And you aren't. You are literally self-sabotaging because once again you are obsessing over other people and things you cannot control. And jealousy just literally stems from insecurity and a lack of confidence, and it all goes back to self-love and self-worth and destroying your need for external validation. For this, I really want to use the example of, your boyfriend having female friends, okay? Even though that's my partner, even though that's someone I'm in love with, they are also their own individual. I don't get to control who they're friends with or who's in their life. Most importantly, if he's gonna cheat on me or find another woman desirable, that's fine. You know what? I'm gonna give him the space to do that. I'm not going to put obstacles in his way and try and prevent him from doing that, because if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it. And to be honest, I'd rather find out sooner rather than later. And this links into being a high value woman in dating, which we're going to talk about later. It's literally about letting your other half be themselves. You've chosen to be with them for a reason. You can't now be in a relationship with them and change who they are and who they hang out with. And you shouldn't be jealous of other girls because you think that they're prettier than you or they have something that you don't have. Your partner chose to be with you for a reason. Why can't you also have that same level of belief in yourself? Someone else's beauty is not the absence of your own. Someone else's strength does not make you weak. I truly think the way to combat jealousy is to go from a lack mindset to an abundance mindset, because that's all it is. And the last low value trait is manipulation. When you are being passive aggressive or trying to gaslight someone, not communicating your needs clearly, being two-faced, trying to get people to perceive you in a certain way, manipulating your image, how you come across, strategically hiding away parts of yourself, and then not being authentic. First of all, you're not owning yourself, which means you're not being confident. Second of all, when you do things like being passive aggressive or trying to manipulate people, you are not operating in that place of being kind and compassionate, which ultimately is the most desirable, attractive trait to have. When you are strategic and you manipulate in an effort to control somebody else's actions or feelings towards you, you're not even acting like a low value woman. You're being a toxic woman. And no matter what the situation is, okay, I don't care what it is, because at the end of the day, the high value woman would have set her boundary to communicate her needs clearly once. Then she would observe that person and give them one chance to be able to respect that boundary and then show up for her and how much they care for her. If they don't, she leaves. She does not stay with people who continue to disrespect her, which then leads her into thinking that, oh, I now need to manipulate this person and this situation for it to serve me. No, she is fine on her own. Chapter number 4, the high value woman lifestyle, with herself, her friends, her work, and her relationships. So let's start with life. What does a high value woman's routine look like? I feel like this would be the best example to illustrate how you can take these practices into your daily routines. Okay, so first things first, she wakes up early bird catches the worm. She's got things to do on her to-do list, okay? She has not got time to be laying in till midday or laying in bed on her phone scrolling for hours. Nuh-uh. She gets up, she goes to the gym, she gets a workout in, okay? Because she knows moving her body is gonna make her feel her best, make her look her best, and improve her mental health. She comes home, she does her skincare, she showers, she gets ready for the day, she eats a nutritious breakfast because she knows you are what you eat, and she takes care of herself and her health so that her energy levels are optimal. Then let's say she starts her working day, okay? She's got to make that money to provide for herself, to be independent. So when she gets ready for work, she puts effort into her appearance. This might look different to everyone. Maybe it's makeup, maybe it's no makeup. Because when you look your best, you feel your best. Dress in whatever's going to make you feel your most confident so that you can spend the rest of the day strutting around like the main character, feeling yourself. When she gets home from work, this is where the balance begins. Maybe she'll eat again, and then she'll get unready, and then she'll have a self-care practice. Maybe she'll run herself a hot bath. Maybe she's booked in for a massage appointment. Whatever it is, she's now got a practice to unwind and start the second half of her day, which is all about making sure that she is fulfilled as an individual. She is not constantly working to burn herself out and attach her worth to how much work she's doing and how productive she is. During her bath, maybe she's just relaxing, listening to music. Maybe she's listening to a podcast to update her skill set or reading a book. After she's done with that, she starts cooking a healthy, nutritious dinner so that once again, she can look her best, feel her best. At the same time, she's on the phone to either a family member or a friend because she's nurturing the other relationships in her life so that she can have a well-rounded life. She goes about all of the tasks in her day with the best attitude of herself. No matter what challenges she had in her work day, she knew if I put my mind to it, I can do it. I can walk into this new room that I've never been in before, even though it's outside of my comfort zone. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for even going and doing that. And then late at night before she goes to bed, she's gonna journal, she's gonna write down, do a whole thought dump of everything that happened on her day so that she can fully unwind, process everything, and go to bed peacefully. Now let's talk about the high value woman in friendships. I think first and foremost, let's talk about outgrowing friends and also the role of detachment in friendships. Friendship breakups are incredibly hard, I know that. But they're a lot more common than you think, and they don't always have to come with toxic people or big fights or dramas. Sometimes it just takes a certain level of awareness and emotional intelligence to know I still have a lot of love for this person, but we're just growing in two different directions right now. I'm not saying I've outgrown you in the sense that I'm better than you, just that we don't align anymore. We're not on the same wavelength. Maybe we have different goals in life, we have different hobbies, and just because we were friends for 10 years as teenagers doesn't mean we are gonna fit the same when we're in our 30s. And that is absolutely okay. And that's what detachment looks like. A high value woman doesn't surround herself with people just for the sake of it, okay? Let's go back to the beginning of the video. The number one principle is to be picky with who you surround yourself with. People don't have to do you wrong for you to distance yourself from them. At the end of the day, it's who serves you at your best interest and aligns with you and uplifts you so that you can keep growing as an individual. Do not surround yourself with people who are going to keep you stagnant in life. Sometimes it's about making the difficult decisions to get to where you need to be. The high value woman is not afraid to slowly start seeing her childhood friends less because they don't fit anymore, and go out and make new friends and explore new opportunities and places and people, because the opportunities are endless. And when you find your new tribe, because if you think about it, throughout life you are constantly evolving, you are constantly changing, and you think the same group of people are going to do that in the exact same way as you over the course of 60-70 years? Of course not. So then when the high value woman meets her new group of friends that aligns with her, she shows up with the right morals and intentions. She's not jealous. She doesn't talk behind their backs. She doesn't judge their decisions, even if they make life choices that she would never make. It's not her choice to judge. They have a mutual respect, love, and care for each other. And then we have the high value woman with her love and dating life. I've said it so many times on this channel, and I want to say it again. You are a prize to be earned. You are a privilege to be in a man's life, and a high value woman knows this, and not only does she know it, but she embodies that energy. She acts like it. She knows she's not just going to be out here dating willy-nilly, just dating anybody, okay? Every single day she has her mission, she has her purpose and her drive, and she's focusing on herself. And until a man approaches her with the intention to pursue her and commit to her, she is just fine living the life that she has created for herself, because she is that happy and fulfilled. And when I say that you are a prize to be earned, I'm not objectifying women. The only reason I'm using that term is to remind you of your worth and the way in which you should be acting. You are high value. People have to earn you. They don't just get you. High value women do not depend on men. We are not waiting for them to come save us, to come take us out to dinner. We work every day and we chase our dreams so that we can go and dine out with our friends in expensive restaurants on our own and pay our own rent and bills. When the right man who earns our trust, energy, time, love, everything, our hearts, comes into our life, because he's the right man who will be willing to provide all of those things to us, to allow us to be taken care of. That's just healthy masculine and feminine energy coexisting in a relationship. Just to keep this video short, I'm going to keep it at that, but if you go onto my channel, I have like a full in-depth video on high value women dating. It's called How to Date Successfully. And the final chapter, some high value women affirmations to set you off on your journey on the right foot. I am my biggest fan. The only opinion that matters is my own, because I am only living to please myself. I am capable of my wildest dreams and I owe it to myself to achieve them. I will get my dream life. I will never compare myself to anyone because my journey and my character is unique and something that cannot be replicated. That is something to be treasured rather than compared. I believe that everything works out in my favor and that my life is abundant in all areas. I am fulfilled and happy with the life that I have created for myself, and I don't need anyone or thing to come and save me from it. I only choose to surround myself with those who uplift me and reciprocate my energy and my values. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new. Do me a favor and go follow me on Instagram. It will be linked down in the description. I always post very chatty advice type stories. A lot of you say that you like seeing my outfits or my day-to-day life. I literally vlog my life most days on my Instagram stories. So go follow me and we can be closer friends. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.